Robert Browning was born in a suburb of London in May 1812. His parents were both learned and sensitive intellectuals who fervently encouraged their son's natural inclination for learning and his profound interest in poetry and natural history, which he manifested at a very early age. In his childhood and adolescence, he spent much of his time in his father's massive library, which amounted to more than 6,000 books and included rare texts on esoteric subjects. Young Robert was a rebel at heart and soon manifested a marked dislike for institutionalized education, so he studied at home with private tutors. And a fast and able learner, he read widely, and at 14 he could already speak several languages. In 1845 he met Elizabeth Barrett, a fragile and ill woman whose father tried to protect her by practically imprisoning her at home. She already was a famous poetess, and Browning greatly admired her work, and he courted her passionately, and despite her father's strong opposition to their relationship, they got married secretly, and soon after they left for Italy, where they settled in Tuscany. In 1855, Browning published a collection of 51 poems, Men and Women, which had little success at the time, although it is now considered among the poet's finest literary achievement. Here, Browning widely exploded and brought to perfection the dramatic monologue. In 1861, Browning's wife died, and he moved back to London, where he worked for 5 years on The Ring and the Book, a long narrative poem which was published in 4 separate volumes from 1868 and 1869. It consists of 12 monologues spoken by the participants in a trial held in Rome in 1698. Which allows the reaction to see the facts from different viewpoints. The case is that of an impoverished noble, Count Guido Franceschini, who was accused of having murdered his young wife and her parents because he suspected her of having an affair with another man. He violently protested his innocence, but in the end, he was found guilty and sentenced to death. Even his last desperate appeal to the Pope Innocent XIII proved useless, which gave the poet the chance to explore the relationship between God and human being. The book was a huge commercial success, and the critics finally recognized Browning as one of the leading artists of the period. Among Browning's later works, the most notable is Asolando, a collection of short lyrics which was published on December 12, 1889, the day of the poet's death. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Good night.